Okay guys, we got something special for you today. If you look on the floor here, look at this mess. This is an 8-foot light, and if you look up inside, there's 2 lights screwed up in there. That used to be the canopy lighting for our 1,000 gallon. Notice it's dark now. And then behind it, we had these lights setting. Everything was a mismatched color. Nothing looked the same, you know? So, believe it or not, remember this of the Blasio tanks? And somebody sent us lighting for the Blasio tanks, and then the same guy sent us the lighting for the 4400. Well, guess what? I received in the mail 4 more Beamsworth lights. He said, this is for the 1,000 gallon guys. His name is Rob Walton. Amazing individual. He has helped out the rescue and upped our game so much, making every one of our tanks just beautiful. You know how beautiful the Cichlid tanks are, the Blasio tanks. That's from Rob. And look how nice the 4400 lights up now. That's from Rob. Now we're hoping it does the same to the 1,000 gallon. We just got done taking all this lighting off the top, and it was a pain in the butt. Josh went and, no, we're going to change that. I got the 4th light. We're not going to do that. Now, Josh just went and got us some extension cords, and what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these Beamsworth lights. They're 4 foot. We're going to put one 8-foot light about a foot back, and then behind it, 2 more, making another 8-foot light about a foot from the back. Hopefully covering the whole front. We tried it with 3, and there was too much dark space in between by having them go this way. Too much dark space, so we have to use all 4 on this. So give us a minute, and we'll get it lit up for you.
So you're plugging these lights in back here, huh, Josh?
Yes, we are running wires, getting things plugged in. There goes them 2. Now, we're going to set the other extension cord.
I don't know. Can you bring it back here?
Over there.
There you got it. So we are behind the 1,000 gallon tank here in the back. There's actually more room back here than a lot of places in the rescue, Josh. Got some space back here, man.
Here's our little generator for when the air goes out.
Okay.
Electric goes out. This will run for 5 hours and put out 800 watts on a half gallon of gas.
Wow.
So we hook up our big air pump just to this generator.
Okay.
And we run it, and that has air going to all the tanks.
Wow.
If the electric's out for any big length of time, I've got a 100-foot extension cord, a big fat one, that we'd run in from outside to our big 9,000 watt generator, and then would run this pump. So everything's still circulating and on the filtration.
Sure.
So that's our backup plans there. Just wanted to let you guys know.
Always good to have a backup plan.
Right. Okay, now this is the end result. It's definitely a lot brighter. We have 2 right here, about a foot back, and then 2 about a foot in from the front all the way back. So it's a 10-foot tank with an 8-foot light. We've got a 6-inch gap on the end, an 8-inch gap in the middle, a 6-inch gap on the end, and there's 4 inches somewhere. I don't know where they are. It's 8-inch gap on the end, 8-inch gap here, and 8-inch gap here. I think 8, 16, 24. Yep, that's it. So that's how we did it.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. So I think the back one, Josh, should be moved back a little bit to where it lights up the bubbles on the bubble wall. The back 2 lights. And then we didn't realize we were going to do this lighting, but Will said he had more time. We can throw another video up real quick. So we shouldn't have fed these guys. You can see all the particulates of food in there. So we shouldn't have fed them, but you know, we did. But this will clear up in about a half hour and it'll look good. And hopefully we can get another video of it before the video comes out.
Nice.
So, but this is the end product. Again, Rob, you are the man. You know, and now these lighting here, we have that problem lighting on the gas tank. That's, you know, it's a LED light, but every time we turn it on with remote, it goes to the blue light. We have to actually walk all the way over there, get a ladder, get up on top, and then hit the button to turn it to the white light. We have to turn it off and back on. So we're going to put this on top of the bass tank now because it's 8 foot wide, and it'll go on with the remote. So that'll help out that tank. So Rob, not only 1 tank, buddy, you did 2 tanks because we just got 1 4-foot LED on the 8-foot bass tank. Now it's going to have an 8-foot little canopy on top of the bass tank. So more light and work better on the remote where we don't have to walk over there and do it, you know, manually. But yeah, this is definitely more bright. The fish look more brighter. We can take these plants and put more into the background now. We're going to move all these fish into the Bellagio tank. That's another video coming up. So the Bellagio tank is going to be the main, what do you want to call it, a community tank of the bigger fish. So we won't have to go in and get any out. Is the reasoning behind it. So all these fish will go over there, and then we're going to start using this for monsters because we have a big opening up there. We can stand in the middle and get them with a net. The Bellagio tank, if anyone's ever stuck a net in one side of the tank and the fish swim to the other, imagine sticking a net in the tank and they swim 20 foot that way. And you take the net out, you go down there and you put the net in and they swim 20 foot this way.
Yeah.
It's like the Three Stooges trying to net a fish. So, these are all fish that are lifers here, people's community fish that we're keeping. So we're going to go ahead and put all these into the Bellagio tank for that reason. And then we're also going to use this for the mini monsters. So all these fish in this 550 can now come up into here. Some of the fish out of the 750. So the 750 will be for smaller monsters. So we're going to be going from this 265 and there for the baby monsters. Then they'll get, when they get big enough, they'll go into the 750. As they grow bigger, they'll go into the 1,000. Then they'll go into the 3,000 or 4,000 as they get bigger. We have to separate things by size because a small fish will get eaten by a big fish. Not every fish grows the same rate, so we have to always constantly watch. When a fish that's a carnivore grows bigger, we have to take him out of that tank and put him in the next step up. So there's a lot of thinking goes on behind all this that you guys are like, why don't you put this in that tank? You know, there's a lot of thinking goes on.
Speaking of, people are asking a lot why the pacus are never in the pool pond. You want to tell them again? I know you've said it several times.
Okay, pacus cause their own problems. Come on over here. Now again, we fed them, so everything's dirty right now. But the pacu in here, the only thing they can chew in this tank is that little
Air filter. The air filter back there?
the sponge filter.
Sponge filter.
Now, what they do is they go up and they bite on everything. An electrical cord, an airline, you know, a bubble wall. They'll bite on anything. And then they destroy things. I've had so many pumps destroyed that now I can't have anything in the water with the pacu. To put all this stuff over here and to have plants in here, I had to take the pacu out. So we're going to put more plants in now that we can decorate it because there's no pacu in there. This is our dedicated pacu tank. It's just got the two big pieces of driftwood in there. Now we're going to screw them to where they're standing up, and not to the floor, but branches will stand up, and we're going to screw them to the top to where they can't knock over no more because they keep getting knocked over. But this is going to be the pacu tank plus the overflow tank of red tails, tiger shovel nose, iridescent, stuff that we're waiting to go to the public aquarium. So when this gets full, I'll call the public aquariums. They'll come and take what they want, and we leave. You know, the pacus are going to stay there. So you know, it's going to be that use tank only. So all these red tails will come out. All this other stuff will come out periodically. These are not fish that are named people's pets, and people are like, I don't care. Just, you know, I want them to go to a good home. So if we have them, or if they go to a 35,000 gallon, you know, South American display at a public aquarium, they don't mind as long as they got them out of their 125. So that's the kind of fish we'll keep here with the pacus that we can, you know, give to the public aquariums. But that opens this up now to where we can decorate it, which is a luxury. So that's why we don't have the pacu over there.
So we got Diesel out here in the back doing his thing. I haven't seen him in a while. Look how big his long his legs are getting. He's like a little deer, I swear he is. He likes to prance around, do his thing. He's such a cutie. Huh, Diesel? Where you going, man? You know, all right, there we go. I don't have to show you guys. Going to the bathroom. But yeah, at least he's doing his thing. All right, there you go, bud. There you go. Where you going? Where you going, man? He's like, I'm trying to sniff all the sniffs out here. All the smells, huh? Is that what you do? Hey. Hey, bud, what you doing? What you doing, man? He's like, there's just so many smells out here. Oh, sorry, bud. Didn't mean to do that. Good boy. He's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Look how he prances with those legs. He cracks me up. Look how long his legs are though, man. Like he's getting really, really big. Not big as far as huge, but his legs are a lot longer than they used to be. Where do you want to go, buddy? Hey, Rich, so I see we got a few more fish in yesterday. Well, what kind of fish did we get? Who got them?
Well, we have a guy up in Michigan that wanted all the fish, but he couldn't drop them off.
Okay.
I have, a bunch of different volunteers. You yourself go on your rescues with us.
Sure.
Well, our boy Luke went all the way up to Michigan. It was a 2.5 hour drive and picked all these up for the rescue and brought them back. Now up here we have a albino Oscar, long-finned Oscar, and then we have 2 iridescent sharks, and then the rest are all cichlids, and there should be, there were all cichlids left over in there, various types, and that all came from Dakota up in Michigan.
Nice.
So they're in the quarantine tank for now. I don't see anything wrong with any of them, but we still feed them or so for 30 days to see if anything pops out. Put in the medications we need, and of course we always use a bacterial infection medication just in case they have anything that we can't see, and then parasitic also. So if we can't see the diseases, we use them medicines anyway, and if there is a disease that pops up, we use the medication accordingly. People ask us, what do you use in your quarantine? We can't say that because it's different every quarantine, depending on the fish. So you can do a scrape of the fish and then put it under a microscope, and then you know exactly what to put in, depending on what type of bacteria you come up with, that type of stuff. But these guys are here for a little bit, and that's the newest thing. And they're beautiful. Oh, okay. Guys, I got one. Okay, now over here, if anybody wants a schooling fish, Cassine Gouramis. Look at them schooling together. They're all hanging out. So anyways, we told you about this, we told you about that, we showed you the new lighting. Thank you again, Rob Walton, you're the man. And, I guess there's only one thing left to say. Stay fishy, my friends.